Hi, this is James from Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today we're going to take a look at Virulence. Virulence is a 2 to 5 player game that has been published by Genius Games. In this game, you're going to be a virus and you're going to try to infect and try to get the most points by the end of the game. Let's go ahead down to the table here, and I'm going to show you how to play Virulence. Alright, so this is the 2 to 5 player game Virulence. Each player is a virus competing to infect the host cell and replicate their own viral components to score points. Each round, players will secretly choose one bidding card from their hand, place it face down on the table, then simultaneously flip these cards to reveal to each player the bidding card strength that they chose, or Virulence. In order from the highest to the lowest virulence, players will take turns choosing from the available viral component cards, which are each worth a varying number of points. So let's get into components. For the game here, you're going to have your bidding card deck here, and you're going to have your player hand decks. You're going to have your bonus cards, so it's going to come with 4 bonus cards, and you're going to have 4 dice. All right, setup for this game is going to be really simple. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to separate out these 7 cards, and there's going to be 5 stacks of them, so separate them all out of the deck here. And these are going to have your 6 bidding virulence card and a reassortment card. And here they're going to be 1 through 6, so you'll have 5 piles of these, and you're going to hand out one of these to each player that's playing, so whatever number's playing. So the additional thing, so we're going to say we're going to do a 4-player game. So we're going to hand out 4 stacks of these to each player. In addition to that, you're going to take these 4 bonus cards and you're going to shuffle them up and remove one for this game. Then flip it up, and this is going to be what people are going to aim for first. So that's the isohedral bonus here. They're going to shuffle up this deck here, and players will have these in their hand and they're ready to play. That's it for setup, and make sure these 4 dice are available. All right, so how do you play the game? Well, the game's going to go until this deck runs out here. And you're going to use the 6 cards in your hand that are the Virulence bidding cards to bid for cards. And you can use this reassortment card at any time to get these cards back. So how's this going to work out? Well, each round you're going to place out a number of cards equal to the number of players. So if we're playing 4 players, we'll have 4 little stacks of cards out here. Now we're going to flip another card over, and that card is going to go on top of another card. If there's a negative card here, you're going to skip it, and it's going to go to the first non-detrimental card. So that'll be this one right here. And then what we're going to do is you're going to take a look at your hand, and you're going to bid for these cards. Now, negative points are bad, and set collection points are good. So this is isohedral, so sorry if I pronounced it incorrectly. If you have one of them, it's worth points. 1 point. If you have 2 of them, it's 4 points. If you have 3, it's 9 points, and 4, it's 16. And this helical here, you need 6 different ones to get all the way to 21 points. So if you have 1, it's 1, 2 is 3, 3 is 6, 4 is 10, and then 5 is 15, and 6 is 21. There's some other cards here we'll show you in a minute, but that is what's out right now. And these vaccines will give you, this one will give you -2 points at the end of the game, and this will give you -1 point at the end of the game. So you're going to look at here, and you're going to probably be like, well, you know, I don't want to get these, so you may bid high. So I'll place this down, and each other player is going to place out a card. So they placed out their cards here, and they'll flip. Everyone flips. And what you're going to do is you're going to go from the highest virulence order on down. Now, if 2 of these tie, you're going to do a roll-off. So each player is going to get 2 dice, and you're going to roll, and the person with the highest number will bid first. So I got 7, and this opponent got 6, so I get to pick first. I'm going to go ahead and get this one because that goes with the bonus, which I'll explain how that works in a minute. And then the other players will grab their cards. Then another set will come out. All right, and these ones are going to have some of the different cards that you're going to see in the game. So this card here, this genome card, if you pick this card up here, this is just worth straight up 3 points at the end of the game. This card right here is really unique. This is the increased virulence card. And with this, you could get sometimes some points on the bottom, but the big thing is when you do these roll-offs, you're going to get a bonus. In this case, you'll get +3 to your dice roll. So you'd be more likely to break ties. And this card right here, for set collection purposes, when you pick it, you could pick to go on either of the 2 set collection ones you're trying to get, the helical or the isohedron. Now, the goals here, to go over those, is once you have put down a card to meet the goal, you get it. Now, if you already have met the goal, you will not get this bonus, so you have to keep that in mind. So the first person that gets it will get this bonus, and then after the next round starts here, the next one will be flipped over. And this will be helical bonus, which is even harder because you have to get 6 of these. And the first one to place their 6th one will get that. Now, there's another card that you could pick up in this game here, and this card is going to be like the most and least sort of thing. So this one here, this spherical envelope, if you get this card here, if you have the most, you're going to get 12 points. If you have the second most, you'll get 6 points. And if you have the least, you have -6. Now, 0 is least, so everyone that has 0 would also be -6. So that's how these cards work. All right, so as rounds go by, you'll be placing the cards you get into your play area. You'll put matching sets together. So if I later on get another helical, I'll place it on top of this helical, going for those bonuses and stuff throughout the game. Well, your hand's going to be dwindling down. You'll be playing these cards, and after you play them through a bidding round, they get discarded in your little discard pile, and they don't go back to your hand. Well, what do? Well, you could play this reassortment card. So on my turn, if I place this face down and flip it up, I will not get to pick one of the cards that was laid out, but I will get all the cards back into my hand. Now, there is an exception for this. If I've played all 6 of my virulence cards and I reveal this before the next round starts, I get to just put all the cards back into my hand, and I'll get to use them to bid for that round. So I don't lose a round, basically. So it depends on how you want to do this. If you want to get your 6 back really badly, you're going to potentially want to use this early. So it's all in the strategy of the game. Now, there's one other card here that you can run into, and that is some of the numbered cards you can run into. So there's a 1, which is bad, but there's also 7, 8s, and 9s in here. And if you win one of these, what's going to happen is you're going to pick through your discard pile, pick which cards you want to remove from the game, and put this in the discard pile. This doesn't go to your hand, but you can get it later. So you want to keep that in mind if you're going to win it, what you're going to bid, so you don't maybe lose your 6 or whatever. This is a really good strategy if you for the game here, because if you allow someone to get all these cards in here, they're going to pretty much win most of the bids in the game, and there's only ever going to be 6 cards in your hand. All right, so we're going to continue on until we go through this deck. After this deck has been depleted and everyone has done the final bid on here, you're going to add up your points. You're going to get your points for your set collections. You'll get your points for your genomes. You'll get your points for any of the bonuses you got. You'll get your negative points for your vaccines. And you will see who had the most, second most, and least for the spherical envelope. And the person with the most points at the end of the game wins. So that's how you play Virulence. Thank you for watching.